Don't mind me, folks. I'm a little, eh. It's been a long day. It's been a long day with very little sleep because it's just been one of those days. We'll talk about it more here in a minute. Since I've started early, and usually when I start early, it's time to just talk about stuff until like I feel like starting proper. But yeah, I might cough every now and again. I will try to cough away from the mic, but there is no guarantee that that will stay the case. Also, it's nice to know that even if it's from a different store, somebody else is having issues just getting their Tajador Aqua set. Because Corey Frozen Stratos posted in the Discord, it's like, yeah, that like it was a Nin game. And shipped his out. I got mine at Hobby Yankee because that was a creator place someone posted in the Soda Pop Discord, and I was like, well, Took Collectibles doesn't have it, so click. I got it from them, and it only just shipped out like 4 days ago. The set released at like the end of last month, and they just now shipped out like 4 months ago. And it's like, what the fuck? Why? Like, part of it is apparently because like the shipping price changed, and so they changed my shipping method so they didn't have to charge me extra. Which, like, cool, that's fine. That's fine and dandy. As long as it gets to me, I don't give a shit. But I'm like, damn, must be something up with this set in terms of getting it out the door. It wouldn't surprise me. A lot of pre-ban Bandai stuff has been like complicated around that got released around that time. Luckily, there seems to be no QC issues with this set. There's QC issues with like the Geats Oneness Cross Geats set. Specifically Geats One. This is like Tampo of like Tycoon's icon on the shoulder pad, which is dumb. Like, how the fuck did you screw that up? But it's fine on the retail release, so +1 for the retail releases still for Soto Geats. Hooray. But yeah, part of the reason why is because like I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, and so I stayed up. And then I tried to sleep today, and that didn't happen. And I still had to do an interview today, which I did. It was supposed to be like a half-hour interview, and it ended up being like an hour-and-a-half interview. Because I didn't get out the door of the place I was at until like 5 o'clock. Because the guy pretty much just told me everything. Laid out like every nuanced thing that I could be doing in the job in every single capacity. And it's like, good fucking... Like, by the time at the end of it, he was like, you have any questions? I'm like, nope. Because I have been inundated with so much information about like materials and packing and processes and machines and programs. I don't fucking know left from right anymore. Jesus fucking Christ. My brain is not fried, but that because I am just rolling with this and just going, I am just nodding along at this point and just accepting everything you say because this is way too goddamn much information. Way too much information. But I will say, that is the longest interview I've had in months. By like a mile. Even if it wasn't really an interview. But I'm supposed to hear back before the end of next week. Because the guy said he had like a couple more people to interview Tuesday. So we'll see. And for those wondering, it is a design packing job for automotive parts. Essentially, it's bulk shipping of different parts of a car. So like quarter panels, headlights, steering column, housings, whatever, essentially. And you have to make a box to ship, you know, a bunch of those parts in bulk to like the assembly factory. So that's essentially the job, is the entire process of designing, prototyping, estimating, and then like getting a production up of it. This essentially is the long and short of it. Yeah. Did that. I almost canceled tonight's stream. I was like, we'll do it like tomorrow afternoon or like tomorrow midday. But I'm like, no, I want to do it tonight. It will probably be on the shorter end because I do feel tired. It also didn't help that I threw up before I went to the interview because I think I don't know why I was incredibly nervous about this, but I guess I was because I just bleh. Like my breakfast, which was some leftover chili from a couple nights ago. I was just bleh. And then I was fine after I did it. I don't know. I think I was just nervous or something. I don't fucking know. But we'll see. We will see. I'm not gonna cross my fingers for it because I'm not gonna pin anything on this. I've done too many interviews and gotten like nothing out of it to like do that. Like if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And I just move on to the next application. That's what I gotta do to keep myself sane and keep myself like grounded to a certain extent. But anyway, I want to show off one thing real quick and talk about it. I'll just use this. What is this image? Oh, right. I'll just use this. This will be simple. I need on desktop. Because I showed this to Tommy the other night when we were doing some Star Citizen stuff in the background. And I'll turn off the Firefox capture. And I also pull it up for myself, so it can help illustrate this. So one of the Geet simulators out there, like Flash simulators. Let me see if I can find the right one real quick, so I can give proper credit. Ulord, ULORD. They do a bunch of these like Flash simulators of various Rider and Sentai and stuff. And they add in custom stuff all the time. Or some custom stuff every now and again for this kind of stuff. But it helped me visualize an idea I've had in my head for a while, which is, so it basically starts with Nago and the fact that, you know, her final form is fantasy. But fantasy is a one buckle thing. But every other, like, of the trios, or the rest of, like, the core 4 writers of that series have a 2-buckle form. Like, Geets has Geets 9, Tycoon has Bujin Sword, Buffa has technically Jamashin, which is Fever plus Zombie, with some different accoutrements to, like, distinguish it from the regular Fever version of it. But now he's going to have Explosion Rage in the V Cinema, which leaves Nago kind of the odd one out. So I've always had the idea of, well, give her a boost, because that makes sense. But then I had the idea of, what if boost, but it's personalized? So here we've got, for Nago, it's a fantasy plus a boost that's color matched to fantasy. And then you have Hakubi, who has ninja matched to a boost. You have Punkjack with beat, Lobo with monster, Letter with zombie, and then Kilo with Magnum. And they all have boosts that like color match their respective forms. And I guess I just kind of like went off on headcanon territory of just like, all right, what are these then? Because these aren't like normal boost buckles. So I kind of headcanon them as, okay, for like this new incarnation of the DGP that like Jin is running essentially. A part of it is to like give personalized boost to like various writers that have kind of like proven themselves or like are contestants. It's like something they can win or something they can just have if like things go to shit. And so these boost buckles, they don't like fly off when you do the finisher for them. They just enter like a cooldown state. So you keep them, but you just like don't get as much of a power up with boost as you would normally until it's recharged. again, they're color matched, so like they're primarily the color of whatever the form is, and then like the accents and the pipes are like whatever the accent color is for them. Besides that, 1 second. Looking at a thing real quick. Let's say Bandai updated their Game Toy calendar. Because I knew about this already, but I think they fully revealed Shoto Alpha 9, which is the Ultraman line. And it's giving us oh, why am I blanking on his name? Reboot, Shining Zero, Ultraman, Jack, and Astra? I think I'm right on that. I can't wait to be proven wrong when I Google Translate this. I feel like that's the correct ones. Yeah. And then in the expansion part set, you get like the Aegis like armor stuff for Shining, so you can do Shining Ultimate Zero. You get like a bigger version of Reboot's shield for when it gets bigger, and then like some other, and then also his like spear weapon, and then some other stuff for or a couple other things for like the Showa Ultras. And then I also saw like the usual, because they do these Splatoon like mini toy weapons. I'm not entirely sure what they are for, but the Zapper is there. Like both like the NES and the Famicom versions of the Zapper are there, and I'm like, I don't know what these fully look like, but I would really like to have like that just sitting on the shelf. Or just sitting on my desk. But anyway, back to these. But yeah, they're personalized to the rider. I don't think they have, in my head, they don't have the boost tracker capability, just because they don't quite have that nailed down. So like it lacks the boost tracker capability, but as an exchange for that, it more like boosts what's specific to that buckle. Instead of it being like an overall like increase of all the nonsense numbers and all that, it's more targeted. Not just at like the buckle, but at the rider that's using it. And as for the character choices, Nago, because she's the fourth rider of the show. Hakubi, just because she's Tycoon's sister. And, if I'm gonna like use the rest of the other like main like form change buckles that don't have like some other extra component to them, I might as well give her Ninja. Punk Jack with Beak just makes too much sense considering his backstory and stuff. Lopo, I think in my original like just notes on this, I had her using like essentially like Geetz's version of Power Builder that had like Power Builder plus boost. But then I realized I'm like, do I really want to use Power Builder? Especially because I want like that Power Builder boost to be my Geetz like retailed form. So I kind of passed on that. And then it was like, all right, of the 3 remaining buckles, which one makes sense? And like Monster does the one make sense, I guess. Since she is a bit of like the fighter and the brawler, it's just like, since she was the one using like boost in all of her stuff as her like top buckle, why not give her the one that is the punchy, the Decky Forever one? That makes sense. Kilo is here because he was like the other rider besides Lopo for the Geets movie, and I feel like, you know what? Why not throw him in here? He's like a fun one to throw in here. And then lastly is Letter because, well, she's the only remaining female rider. She's also the only one that's dead currently. Why not give her zombie and nonsense explanation for her being revived? The only thing I haven't done, and I did look at it, was Nat Sparrow with like the Jamato buckle and then boost. Kind of liked it, but I'm also like, he kind of threw away his right to be a rider to be more Jamato base. So it feels weird for him to have a rider form, even if it is Jamato buckle plus boost. Because that's the other like single buckle one that like would be that I would do something like this for. But then also with this, unfortunately, the simulator doesn't have it, which is a Lancer in Grun? I always forget the name. Yeah, Grun. Lancer and Grun helmets, even though like 5,000 people have done mock-ups of them. Because their helmets is basically their ID cord. Or like the general shape of the helmet is on their ID core, so it's easy enough to extrapolate out what the helmet should look like. But like, I kind of want to have them in like the 2 twin command forms just for funsies, because I think that would be hilarious. The 2 bodyguards here in the twin command forms, just because. But anyway, I just felt like showing that off. But yeah, we're going to get back to Project Cross soon. Like I said, it might be a shorter stream. We might just do one map and I'll have to call it because, like I said, I'm tired. And I like to try to get a full night's sleep. Then again, a part of me wants to at least get to... Also wants to sit down and watch like the Halo run for GDQ, which is in like an hour or so. So we'll see. We'll see how I feel after this first map. If I feel like to keep going or not. Oh, shit. I was hitting all the wrong buttons. Oh, I also picked up the GDQ Humble Bundle. Which did mean I ended up with like... Technically, I have an extra copy of Celeste, but I went ahead and just got a Steam copy of it, just so I don't have to install it through Epic. But I ended up just saying out on Twitter, hey, I have an extra copy of Bloodstained because I picked up the GDQ Humble Bundle. Who wants it? And Kaijukaro, within like 3 seconds, was like, me. And I'm like, here you go. And just throw him the code. Hopefully he has fun with the game. It's a good little Metroidvania. I enjoyed my time with Bloodstained. I have not done any of the like the extra updates and stuff that they have done. I need to watch the Bloodstained run. That Bobby did. And I've seen bits of the run from him streaming it, but I have not watched the full run entirely. I've watched some of the other runs from last couple nights or so. I am not paying attention to dialogue. I've just been hitting buttons through it. Ah. Hopefully I'm not getting sick. I feel like it's just like the weather recently of just like the weather and me the throwing up is just like ugh. Double skeeth. I love how we're doubling up on Skaith when it's like, you know, you could do the other the waves. So it's kind of what they're there for, but that I guess that's too many resources. For what? I wonder if this is the last time we fight Skeith or Skaith. Is it Skaith or Skeith? I don't remember. Okay. I feel like my controls are messed up. 1 second. The controls. Part 1 controls. Was this? Oh, no. It was in here. No, in here. To here. To here. To there. All right. I need to fix that real quick. Okay. I was wondering why it felt like I was hitting the right button, but it wasn't doing the right thing. That's because I was technically hitting the right button, but I was also hitting the wrong button. God, I do not like Jury's Assist. It just causes all sorts of problems. Oh, and if I do end up getting this job, I don't think anything's going to change on stream. It's a fairly basic J job, all things considered, so. Only 2, but that's fine. We can stand to burn some of these supers off the bat. But it's a fairly basic day job. All things considered, and the drive was like a little bit in terms of time, but like it's not like the worst thing. So, stream should be fine if I end up getting it, which I don't know, maybe not. Like I said, I have given up, like really crossing my fingers and hoping for the best. Like if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm not gonna like lose sleep over it. It is the only way I stay sane. All things considered. Plus doing this stuff, like, helps. Because I'll be honest, having some sort of stability, like, really helps. So, not only stability, but thing that requires me to have to put, work and effort into and have to do stuff with, which reminds me that I need to watch Saber tomorrow at some point. I feel like I'd have to take them to the lab and figure out, like, what is the optimal combo for the 3 of them. Because it's in there somewhere. I'm just not sure where. But yeah, I need to watch the episode of Saber tomorrow. And I also want to get a practice run of, like, the half of the Mario Wonder speedrun Tommy taught me before Sunday. I might just wait until Sunday to do it. just so it's all like fresh when we do it again. 'Cause I'd like to actually like, I don't know if like learn it at like a super high level, but like at least like learn enough to like maybe post a time eventually. Also, I am just splitting them up as I desire. I haven't really counted it to like divide it properly. Oh damn, that thing has like a ton of health. Jesus. I was wondering what health bar was I like hitting or was displaying because they did nothing. Time to fight with not Bruce Willis. I have no idea who this character is, but I'm like, every time I'm seeing him, I was like, oh, hi, not Bruce Willis. How you doing? But yeah, just having... I talked about that. Wonder. I like to maybe post a time. I never posted a time for Odyssey. All the times we did the run. We did that run just because... Fucking Moonskip. Like, fucking Moonskip is like such finicky nonsense. It pisses me off. And also, I never felt like I had a good run going in there. I don't think I put enough time into it to get like a good run. So like, I kind of want to do it for Wonder just to have a time on a leaderboard somewhere. Just to be like, hey, I did a run. I did a run I was happy with. Like, I don't care if I'm like 500th on like a Wonder leaderboard. Like, I got the time I was happy with. That's enough. I'm not even gonna bother charging. Die. Thank you. Oh, I did skim through the like Indiana Jones game reveal. That was done at like Xbox's like event thing. It seems fine. There's something about it. I don't know what it is. It might be in the animations, but something about it just is like, that doesn't seem right. I'm not sure how else to describe it. Like there's a jitteriness to it. I don't know. It feels not as polished as this probably should be. Or as like it's trying to be. I don't know. It is tickling something in the back of my head. And something is not right here, and I just don't know what it is. And it's not the voice acting, because the voice acting sounds fine. I don't know if it's Harrison Ford or not. Playing Indy in this, because it is portrayed as a younger version of Indy, but I don't know if Harrison Ford is the one voicing him or not. But yeah, something about the gameplay they were showing off. I'm just like, something doesn't feel right here, and I don't know why. Too bad TGS was last week. Or else this would be a thing. I'd like try to like show it to Tommy and see like if he can like put a finger on it, because I can't. It's just like something seems wrong here, and I don't know why. Because it honestly looks fine. It looks like a fairly standard like first-person action adventure game. Like, it seems like there's maybe some cool things with like the whip in terms of mechanics, but otherwise it's fairly standard, which, I mean, it's fine. It didn't need to be anything complicated, I would think. It's Indiana Jones. People are going to come to this game not because of like some fun, cool like game mechanics. They're going to come to this game because it's Indiana fucking Jones. That's really it. This doesn't need to be complicated. As long as it's a nice, solid feeling game, it probably will do well. Okay, we're going to do the bonus one. Oops. Xenoblade content. Xenoblade person I follow is just like, oh, they announced the art book. I'm gonna delay the video I'm working on because it them's the breaks. Yeah, we might just be doing one map because I already feel tired and I don't feel like getting something to try to like help me stay awake. Up, I got the extra item out of it for shield break. Right. Ow. Send your ass through the wall. Goodbye. Oh, get the chest. Oh, I can't say, regardless of how job situation goes, I am excited for 3 Reload. I think I've come around, like, yeah, it's not this definitive version of 3, but you know what? It's more Persona. And I'm kind of in the mood to, like, go through a Persona game. Especially one that, like, I've tried to go through with, like, 3, and I've, like, with 3 FPS, and I only got so far before I fell off. And then I tried again with 3P, and I just didn't pick it back up. So it will be nice to get to it. Of course, that's a on my personal time kind of game, because if there's one thing anyone should know is it is okay for you to not stream a game. It is okay for games to just be you time. You gotta draw that line and be like, there are games I'm going to play, there are things I'm going to enjoy that are for me, and then there are games and things I'm going to play that I want to, like, you know, to stream and have other people around for. It's important to, like, you recognize it's like, oh yeah, there are some things I just want to enjoy my own time. You know, I don't have to, like, put this time into streaming it. And of course, some people are different about that. Like Maximilian Dude talked about it, I think, on a stream recently. Sometime last week, I believe. I screwed this up real bad. Let me let him just drive twice. I deserve to burn that super for nothing. But he talked about how he doesn't play a lot of games off stream because he enjoys, you know, the act of streaming and act of, like, you know, experiencing a game alongside other people, like, too much to really do, to like, not stream a game. And I get that. And you know what? That's cool too. I think what's important is that you do what makes you happy. Because if you're not happy doing this, why are you doing it? Like, you really need to prioritize your happiness with this. Because at the end of the day, you don't answer to anyone. Oh, good lord, the Armor Card 6 runs crashed again. They're having all sorts of problems with this run. I think that's the only game that's really acted up on anyone that I've seen. Otherwise, things have been running fairly smoothly outside of the usual tech issues that GDQs have, because we have built the largest, the biggest, like, house of cards, and if one thing goes wrong, it all goes wrong. There are too many moving parts here for something to not go wrong every now and again. Oh, 19 enemies. I thought there was more. Some of them are probably on the tanky side. Now it's the slow march up the map. God, I feel myself zoning out like right now, which really sucks because we're nowhere close to done with this map. Because I've also just realized they never gave us a tile drop for this map. God damn it. Yeah, I just now realized it's like, wait. They never dropped the title for this map. Shit. Even when I blow up all 19 of these enemies, there's going to be like 20 million more. Yeah, there's too many enemies in this game. If there's one complaint I have about Project Crosszone at this point, is that there are too many goddamn enemies per map. There could really be less. A high vial. That's why. Because I'm pretty sure that just, like, doubled. We went from 19 enemies to 36! I have the GDQ stream turned down on my TV, so I can't really hear like the run-in stuff. I just heard the announce, the guy reading off donations very loud and very clearly. Like, damn, man, looking for hype, bringing all the energy. Okay, good. I was worried.
Let's go!
There it was not as useful since it's only 2. And I would like more than 2 to be dead in a turn, please. Oh my god. What more? I was about to say, hi girl from that one X meme. What am I fighting for?
一緒にレプリロイドだけの世界で暮らしましょう。できる気がするの。今ここに集まった力を使えば。
何を言うんだ、アイリス。
アイリス、レプリロイドだけの世界なんて幻だ。ましてや、あらゆる世界が混ざり合った上で、そんなものは成立しない。
それを一緒に作っていくことはできないの？ゼロ。私がここにいる理由、それはあなたの希望。
それが俺が望んだこと。ならば俺が何のために戦っているのか、その答えは。バカな、俺は。
どうしたゼロ。特 A 級ハンターのくせに女一人の願いすら聞いてやれないのか。お笑いだな。
ババ。
いいぞ、もっと怒れ。お前も同じなんだ。
違う、俺は。
ババ、もういいの、やめて。
ゼロ、しっかり。君は負けちゃいけない。約束したはずだ。君が先にそうなってしまうなんて俺は許さない。
X。
ゼ
I could probably kill Vile first. Skip the last attack, just top the super. God, I feel like I'm fading already. I was late on that. Alright, I'm gonna step away real quick. I'll be right back.
に必要なのはどっちだろうな。
All right, I'm back. I have a caffeinated thing to help get me through this map.
さ私は甘くないわよ。俺たちのことを忘れんなよ。仕事はきっちり果たすわ。
もう終わりかな。夜はこれからだと。
俺は腹が減ったよ。
I just saw a tweet where someone was just like, I just got finished watching Rider. It's just like, I don't understand why the show is overhated. I'm like, Wizards overhated? I don't. That feels weird to me as someone who was watching Wizard like when it was airing. I didn't feel like Wizard was overhated. I just think it was kind of people are kind of like mild on the show to a certain extent. I don't think people like hated Wizard. I wouldn't think. There's some things that like I don't particularly care for in Wizard. I think what happens between Mayu and... Is it Mayu? Yes, is it Mayu? I'm thinking of the Earth mage. Because the Wind Mage is Yuzuru, who's the small child, and then the Water Mage is not Ibuki. I don't remember his name. I just remember him now as not Ibuki because the actor that plays him plays Ibuki, and then his wife is played by the girl who played. Oh right, Vile's not up there. Where is Vile? Oh right, he's all the way over there. Oh, we need to book it. That's a problem. Only one knockout, damn.
私系わかった。
We're just gonna charge everybody forward. Because I have 5 turns to get to 0. So everyone's gonna go. Everyone who's like far enough along are gonna go forward. Son of a bitch, you little bastard. I think next time around, I need to pop the all range +2 on whoever has it. And Wizard, since I lost my train of thought by all that stuff. I never felt like Wizard was overhated. It was just like, people weren't super hot on it. Because like Wizard's got good qualities to it. It's just I just think it like loses itself in the middle for a while. But it gets its legs back under it like later on. But it still makes some small mistakes every now and again. It's also one of those shows where I'm like, weirdly, I feel like the show would benefit from being a later Heisei era show. Son of a bitch. I almost feel like if you swapped Wizard with Drive, or Wizard with Ghost, and force Ghost to like, or have the ability for Wizard to have like do more with like the 3 mages, I think Wizard could have something really cool there. But unfortunately it can't, which is just a shame. Those 3 deserve their own writer forms, and we will never get that.
逃げられると思うな。
俺の騎士道だ。近づくよボーイが。
Aw, come on. I'm not picking the right moves at the end.
行きます。
Like, guarantee kills.
デビュー。逃がしはしません。ちょっとつまみ食いね。空の魔法や上からの魔力解放ビッグの術。クリア。ウィルドラフティングクラウド。ジャンプハンマー。止まります。ホールセティマ。ランブリングオイル。
任せな。お、さっさと片付けて帰るとするか。最後に見せてやるとするか。悪いな。覚悟を決めろ。
出番だな。しゃあねえ。もったいねえな。
I knocked out 2 of them at least.
いつでも行けます。
ここ。
了解です。大神さん、先手を。赤いロケットスーパーパンチ。ロケットパンチ。110時報。
もらった。
私ね。
背中は。
Okay, there was the inkling of a combo there.
問題ない。私倒すべき敵。私たちが援護します。情けなどかけない。これがそうだね。
くらい。
こ
この距離なら。
大丈夫。
いけ。
この力で。ここね。吹き飛ばせ。
行くぜ。
フィニッシュ。行くよ。プリンセスデビロッタの音。優雅に華麗にってね。やっぱり体を動かした。私だって。みんな
帝国騎士団の一番面白くなってきたぜ。正義のために僕は戦う。フォーリエメント。
敵か。
レディーファイ
ねねこの登場なの
その隙逃しはしない
ねねこに任せるのだ。絡み切れるか。アイスバイクハッくらえ。スカイアップラストブレミアムアロースキマクルか。まだまだ。
KO
よし。
オーケーだ。ガン
レディーファイ
無数のごとく。
私たちに任せておきなさい。
宙を消す。オッケー。そこをどけ。ありがたく思え。あの世へ送ってくれる。行くぞ。
レディーファイ
室内予感がする。
面白くなってきたぜ。
ならば花火を上げるまで。行こうか。
さて
始末する。
こっちだ。
ヒロインにお任せですわ。僕たちが助立ちいたし
加減はできないんでな。忙しいぜ。焼けたフライパンだ。これならどうだ。おりゃ。サマーフント。絶好調だぜ。こいつは忙しいぜ。ホームラン。
わしのターン。可愛がってあげちゅう。
仕掛けさせてもらうかな。
五行抜刀法奥義極
ハリウッド。これで決着をつける。飛ばす。動きを封じ。いいね。
これで
アイテムス。
ルーチンワークはマジか。
行くわよ。やっほー。どうよ。ハートピアッシング。ソウルフィスト。やっシャッ
I just wanted to get him out of the way.
やった。ほらちょっと無理してない？やるしかない。
息の
誰にも頼らない。タイミングを合わせるわよ。もらった。問題あるわけがない。これくらい造作もな逃しはしない。
これで勝てる。
逃げられはしない。
これで肩をつける。
みんなのため。
俺が行く。
拾いました。
Oh, that barely scratched Keith.
レディーゴー。勇気と希望の名のも私たちで援護するからね。これが乙女の騎士の力です。
Death by butt.
僕の侍魂見せちゃったね。
これかな。
行くのじゃ。
行くか。
はいなのだ。
僕たちだね。よし、進軍開始。勝負だ。剣山。押して前前。我が奥義。商談だぜ。こいつでとどめだ。貫きのみ。始めよう。オーライ。
手加減はできないからね。この距離なら狙える。
最高だ。
いい位置。もらったわよ。
最高だ。いいぞ。するな。構えること山の落とし。俺の信じる騎士道だ。
私たちに任せなさい。よっ、
俺に強大な魔力を。たまらん。
それそれ。はあ。
そこだ。 任せろ。
援護ブラックローズ。
邪魔するぜ。
もらったよっしゃ
今だ。もらった。気合いだ。相手の放水。ブザンコ。はい。
逃がさないから
おっしゃ
ほれほれ
いじめちゃおうかしら。ワンダーバトル作戦だ。ご指名ありがとう。ご苦労。
ゼロの型。そして響け。炎よ燃えろ。スライの型。
私ですわね。ドアにお任せですわ。
食事を取らせて。こいつね。こいつね。どんどんくれ。
今よ、キングコブン。ゴーゴー。
焼けたフライパンだ。これならどうだ。一斉のゴール。サマーソルト。後ろから悪いな。投げまくりだ。セイヤスピー。ターンエンボイル。俺だな、ストットか。
思い切って
早きこと風のごとく。
朝さん。
俺の武器さばきを見ろ。するか。黄金の鎧を頼んだ。
それそれそこでもらった
ビビってるのか。行くか。
参ります。頑張るね。フルパワーで行きますよ。
フォローミー作戦で行く。
ごきげん。
スカイロケットスーパーパンチ。よーし。
瞬の時。きれいにしろ。演奏絶対。一気に行くぞ。見えた。
もらった
鬼八門。
やっつけるからね。発声
行くぜ。
私だって
お邪魔させてもらうぜ。
私たちに任せなさい。
遊び相手になってくれるか。
たっぷりとくれてやるよ。いっちまいな。
しびれちゃって
撃ちまくるぜ。当て放題じゃん。
終わりよ。
もっと名残が欲しいか。
That's gate is almost down. Almost.
行こう。
謎なのだ。じゃじゃーんなのだ。
踊って戦う血やがり
Alright, that's case now.
旅の始まり。
よしなよう俺の武器を
大神さんとなら
俺の服がこっちだ。俺が行く。俺が出る。
シャオ
可愛がってあげちゅう。入ります。さあ。
うまいかり。
準備はいい？
一気に勝負を決めるぜ。
ここは任せて。
I assume, like before, this doesn't quite count as defeating Vile because he's two phases, with and without right armor. That's what I thought.
私ですわね。あなたたちやっちゃいけない。
はできないんでな。もっとだ。
これでいい？私の邪魔すんじゃね。
というわけで君の負け。
ネクロニザだ。シャドーブレード。飽きちまったよ。悪い子ね。ほら、好きだよ。バルキリーターン。ハートピアッチング。ソウルフィスト。ほら、スピリットバードキック。
気楽に行こうや。
ゼロ。
ほら、
あなたはここにいてはいけない。あなたの心をここに残してはいけない。分かってた。私はここにいてはでも嬉しかった。ゼロ、決して負けない。あなた大丈夫。ゼロは運命に逆らえる強さを。さようなら、ゼロ。
Now it's the chapter. Or play something nothing else
アイリ
spawns.
スの存在がザワールドから消えた。
Oh, you bitch.
僕らだね。
覚悟。もらった。
天罰です。問題ない。頑張るね。
右回し突き。
Where's the bastard spawns on the bridge?
こっちは気にするな。
Come on, Vile, go down.
携帯の出番だぜ。その隙は見逃さん。調子に乗っちまった。ついてねえぜ。
行くわ。
分かったのだ。
よし。
私か。
皆さんこんにちは。
真面目にな、シャオム。
そこでポンポンマグロエンジン
もハンターの任務だ。排除する。
使用層の真骨頂だ。さて、その隙は見逃さん。
俺たちに任せておけ。
Okay, Vile should be like 1 or 2 supers away from being dead. Hooray.
私たちの番ね。私ですわね。
行くぞ。
ストレス解消にな。
振る舞ってやれよプリンセス。
お姉さんにどんどん任せて。これじゃ気がない。
始めるか。俺についてこいよ。
花組参上です。行きましょう。さて、やるよ。出番かよ。苦しゅうない。手に入れたよ。
行くか。
いい感じ。
Oh, you're going that way. Okay.
行くぞ。風作戦だ。いいぜ。
活目せよ。行くで。
頑張ります。任務開始。行きます。
And it's just a game of catching up to Skates if people can beat the shit out of him.
ハンターの仕事、見て俺たちでなんとかするぜ。私からは逃げられないわよ。
最高だ。
行くのだ。謎に迫っていくのだ。
ショータイムってやつだ。
I was trying to take a drink. I thought I had timed right. I didn't.
勝負だ。
燃えてきたぜ。
了解よ。
そらそらそらそら。
まずは式弾発射。気になってるぜ。 私ね。
ターンエンド。行くぞ。
行くわよ。加減してや。
スクープの匂いがするぜ。
よっしゃ。
またチェーンソーだ。
これで満足した。ソウルピース。シャドウブレイかしら。悪いかな。いい加減好きだよ。夢を見ませんね。ハンダピアチング。行きな。敵。敵を撃破する。私たちに任せておきなさい。それはおかない。お前にもう用はない。この目を隠して逃がさない。応援するからね。
力が湧いてくる。これで勝てる。使い道だ。行け。これでどうだ。やり尽くす。
突き抜ける。行きましょう。逃がしはしません。
食事を取らせて
上から失礼しますよ。ごめんなさい。
One more super.
いいわよ。ガンガン頑張るのだ。今
レミトル、ここは譲るぜ。
Or at least one more good combo. Because this should kill. Yeah, it kills. I thought on that one, but no, it took one more. Alright, I'm in no shape to continue, unfortunately. We only get the one map done. Anywho. Alright, tomorrow it's a 4-game archipelago. I believe it is Smash 64 and Burnout on my end. And then Tommy is doing Smash 64 as well. And then either Celeste or Odyssey. Saturday is TGSR. We're taking a look at more Saber. And then Sunday is more Wonder. Speedrun learning. I am fried at the moment, folks. Anywho, if you like what you're seeing, drop a follow. Really appreciate it. Chip it away to Philly Go at TG's on Twitter because you updates alive. And at TGS Network on Mastodon social. It does the same thing. And exclamation point Discord chat. This link drop by, say hi. See you tomorrow, folks.